Well, Joe Lewis, a single goal decided it. A physical encounter out there this afternoon?
Yeah, the type of encounter we expected, really. Obviously very disappointed to come out on the losing side of it. I think on the basis of particularly the way the first half went, it probably shouldn't have been a game decided by one goal. I think they played their game better than we did in the second half. If we could have replicated what we did in the first half, then maybe we would have come out on top. But in terms of giving ourselves the opportunity to go and win the game, maybe didn't do that in the second half.
They're a good team, but we matched them at times though, didn't we?
No, absolutely, yeah. And don't get me wrong, when I say that they did it slightly better in the second half, I mean slightly. I think we were considerably better in the first half, and had we replicated that, would have gone on to win the game. They came out with a lot of energy in the second half. Had obviously decided that they were going to up the tempo a little bit compared to what they had played like in the first half. And we just didn't quite get that right. But yeah, small margins, tight game. Could have easily gone the other way, and I think particularly based on the first half, maybe should have.
What did you make of the conditions? I think that's something that just doesn't bother you, does it?
No, I mean we've got no control over that, so we need to worry what we can control. It was a little bit unfortunate, I think, in the first half. We felt like we had the wind against us. Towards the second half, it started to swirl a little bit, which meant in the second half we didn't have that advantage really. It did play havoc with them going long slightly in terms of where the ball was going and being able to try and judge that. But like I said, that's out of our control. So
people have talked about our away form. Now they'll look at the home form. But to be honest, though, as you've said, it is fine margins in this league, isn't it?
No, absolutely. It's a team doing well. We want to be where they are at the moment. We have got games in hand and can put ourselves closer to that by winning those. But I don't think there's no sort of narrative from us that they're a good team and they're doing well and they're at the top of the league, and you know, maybe we should accept what happened. That's not the case. We feel like we can beat anyone, and should be really. So yeah, not quite good enough today.
And it was important to have yourself and Omar and Miles back today, and that's a sign of the strength of the squad that we've got.
Yeah, the strength of the squad's going to be really important, particularly with the schedule we've got coming up. Everyone's going to be needed. Everyone's going to have to play their part. The lads have had a rough week in terms of the amount of games they've had to play and the turnarounds, and that's not going to stop. But the fact that we've got such a strong squad should help us.
How have you found it? Because you just want to play, didn't you? You have the injury, then you had the one game suspension. You just want to be out there playing for them, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Luckily, the injury was pretty short term. So only missed a couple of games there. The suspension was frustrating, but realistically, given I was on 4 yellows that far before the cut-off, it was probably going to happen. So at least that's out of the way now, and hopefully I can just crack on.
I've touched upon the fact that obviously we've had Omar and Miles come back from international duty, and it's probably the furthest thing from your mind at the moment, but does Wales come into your mind at some point? Because Don's fans have been talking about it.
No, I'd love to. It's definitely an aspiration of mine. When that comes, I don't know, but it is something I would love to do.
So we've got another big game, of course, Tuesday, Tranmere away, and I suppose the rest and recovery is going to be absolutely essential with the demands we've got at the moment. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, for the lads and for the staff, that's started already, so everyone will be looking after themselves and putting themselves in the best position possible for Tuesday. It is relentless, obviously. Game coming on Saturday then, but yeah, I mean, it's just part of this league.
But we talked about the squad as well. You looked at the fact that obviously Riley Harbottle and James Ball as well, they've been doing a great job in the back line too, haven't they, for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone who's gone in has been excellent. And regardless of the result today, maybe the result on Tuesday, I think we are there, and in my opinion, it's only a matter of time.
Brilliant, Joe. Thanks very much for your time.